Hey guys, what is up? It is Chaos here, and before we start the video, I'd just like to point out, that yes, this is another skill build. I love them so much, and this, this build blows Tactician's Authority out of the ballpark. Um, it is just so good, plus it's so diverse, like you can do lots of damage, you can take in lots of damage, you can heal. It's really good. Now, basically, let's just get into this and let me show you guys. Now, yes, I am using a FAMAS and an Urban MDR. The FAMAS, basically, you use this before and after you use your skill, like your attack skill, because it doesn't just revolve around Seeker Mines. You can also use flame turrets. So, yeah, you use your Urban MDR when they're like on fire, and then you use your Bullfrog when they're not. And it really helps, and it's crazy how much damage you can do with that. Now, getting onto the chest piece, Vigorous. Just run it. You constantly have an overheal, and it works great with other things that you can equip. Lots of people want to run rapid as well, but just don't. You will constantly have your skills up anyway. It's just not worth it to sacrifice overheal. So just run vigorous, and if you run vigorous, or just run vigorous, don't run anything else. But vigorous goes great with inventive because you constantly have overheal, so it allows you to have more of a chance of having inventive active. But just let me show you something. Okay, so that's with a specialized pack on. Here's with inventive. Big difference there. But here's what I don't like about inventive. If you get to like just a little bit below max health, then it's just doesn't activate and you have a crap build then because your skill power goes down. So just run specialized. It's just a lot better because you always have that skill power. With inventive, you don't always have that skill power. It can really mean the difference between life or death in this game, and just run it. Now, moving on to mask, refreshed, and I'm going to be saying this a lot, but like especially in this video, it's underused. Refresh is such a good just mask. It's just so good, especially when you're running like you're running on this build. You're running support station. That's just it means the difference between life and death. Like basically with the support station you're already healing a fair amount. With this, if you get to the last segment of health, it's gonna be even harder to kill you because you're gonna be healing more than they can you're gonna be healing more than the amount of damage that they can put on you. So you really do need that. Also, just before we move on, electronics on everything, skill power and skill haste on it as well. It's just a lot better. Now, some people also want to run the Pharaoh's Oxygen Mask. I don't blame them. It's a great mask to run with it. Um, it basically allows you to run and shoot while burning. And this is great, to be honest. This is a great perk to go with it. Because basically, you can, like, sometimes you'll get hit by your Seeker Mine. Or someone else's, per se. And you really don't want that. And with this, you can run straight through it, or shoot through it. And that's just great. It can be a really good lifesaver, but that can be more of a lifesaver. Just run refresh, it's so much better. Now, a really big part about this is Skull MC gloves. This is a high-end build. You're not running Tacticians or any other thing. I'm running Tactician knee pad, and I'll get onto that here in just a second, but one won't matter. Just make sure that you don't have any that are the same, and you'll be fine. But if you don't have this, it's okay. Run like Savage, but I would avoid trying to gun down someone if you don't have these. But if you do, you're set, believe me. Now, moving on to my knee pads, of course, you can already see that I have Tactician's Authority. Now, just to let you know, this like if you have championship knee pads, like the short bow championship knee pads, run those. If I had those, I'd run those on most of my builds. They're so powerful. And you don't see them too often, but they're really powerful. If you have them, run them. Now, nimble. This comes down to a really big part of this build, and it can really like change the game and change how you see it really. Now, of course, the skills support station with life support. You can run Immunalizer. It's really good too, and it can really bring down like Predator's Mark or Firecrest or other skill builds. It really does work, to be honest. Now, ammo cache. This one's kind of an interesting one. I wouldn't say that it's overpowered or good for that matter, but it's not bad. It's overlooked a lot too, and the ammo refill, that's not that good. The skill cooldown, though, on the other hand, really change it. Like, it can really change how good this thing is, because you can get like your Seeker Mine or your Flame Turret out a lot faster, or if you're like a skill, or if you're a healer for your team, this can also mean a lot different, because like you can run like Booster Shot, and with if you have Booster Shot or the Defibrillator, then you don't, if you have like the Defibrillator, you don't have to run life support. You could run ammo cache and get that you could get that Defibrillator out even faster. But for me, I'm a solo player. I like life support. Plus, it helps my teammates out a lot. Also, Airburst, just you have to run that. It's just great. Now, onto my talents, and here's where I'll start to talk about Nimble a fair amount more. But first off, my medical talents are Strike Back. Now, Strike Back and Triage, you have to run these, or else you might as well just not run this build. Now, reach low health to reduce active skill cooldowns by 20%. So once you get to a low health, this thing could, or in most cases, this thing will save your life. And the reason for that is just you get your skills back so much faster. I don't even have to explain it. You understand why. Now, Triage. This is an interesting case, and if you're not in a group, you might as well run something else. But Triage, it's just if you're in like Last Stand or Dark Zone with a team, it's so good because you're running the support station. That big area, if they run through it just at all, you have 15% skill cooldown, or reduction to skill cooldown, which is just great. Now, lots of people want to run critical save, and this is the problem that I have with critical save. In 1.5 and all of those, and all the way down from there, it was good. Like I couldn't run a build without this. But in 1.6, it got nerfed by 20%. Resistance, and it's just not that good now. And sure, it can help you a little bit, but just not much at all. So I just wouldn't recommend it. Now, moving back on to the track about Nimble, evasive action. This is a really just underused talent, but this is really underused, and basically during cover to cover move, incoming damage is reduced by 30%. Now, this is good when you're trying to use like Nimble, because you're trying to run in a cover to cover, and you might get bursted down before you can reach the end of it and heal. So you might get bursted down and die before then. This stops that from happening a lot of the time. You're basically taking less damage, so you can really more efficiently get to the end of that and recover your health via Nimble. Now, this goes great with it, and this is Tactical Advance. Now, it's not 10 seconds anymore like it was in like 1.4 or anything, but it's still really powerful and can be a game changer. And the reason for this is because, let's say you get to the end of that cover-to-cover run, then you can turn around with your gun, and you can flip the odds. You can basically blow the opponent away, because you're now at full health because of the Nimble, and they were able to do no damage whatsoever because of, or very little damage because of the evasive action, and you now have a lot more extra damage. It's just, it can flip the odds on its head. Like, it really is a game changer. Now, I'm just going to show you right quick. Electronics mods with skill power, that's great. Or just electronics mods with skill cooldown or something like that, that's good too. But run electronics mods if you can. And for your performance mods, your prototype performance mods, run support station. Now, I normally run 2 support station range, like like on this. I run 2 7% support station range, and that helps me kind of get like the bigger area of it, and allows me to get like my triage up faster because there's that bigger range. Plus, it's just a lot more useful. Now, I also run, like I think it's on this one. Yeah, support station healing speed. I run 2 of those. So I run 2 range, 2 healing speed. And this makes for a deadly combination for the support station because you get healed faster, it's longer range, it's all around good. And that's what I suggest that you do is run 2 support station, 2 support station range and 2 support station healing. And then electronics mods. And that's about all that there is for this, guys. And I'd just like to point out really quickly that if you would, just please take 1 second out of your day to just click that like and subscribe. It really helps me and encourages me to make more videos for you guys and get more content out. Plus, it eagers me more to play this game, even though it's really just glitched at this point. Like, there's lots wrong with this game at this point. But it's still one of my more favorite games, and I'm trying to hang in there, guys. And if you guys could leave a like and subscribe and tell me what you liked most about the video in the comments, that would really encourage me and help me a lot. So, if you do that, thank you. And until next time, guys, peace out.